boys and girls, pimp players, women of the night, and to the people who don't have a gender, hello, how are you? I figure I vlog while I'm thinking about it and adjust my wig in the meantime. How's your day today? Today is Wednesday. I keep saying it's Thursday. However, it is Wednesday. In Washington, a lot of kids started school today. Yay to these little germy little mini humans going to school. So that's great. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. It's about 80 degrees. And I just got off of work of my second job of the day. I had an amazing morning and then kind of a bullshit afternoon. I decided to take a job, which I probably shouldn't have taken it, but I took it anyway because I thought it was going to work out. And it was from a previous client that I had worked with in the past, but I hadn't worked with them in all summer, several months. Since early spring, I haven't worked with them or seen them or even really heard from them. And it sucks because this was a client who I adjusted my schedule for another client. So they had an opportunity to utilize my resources for a full day while I told my other client that I couldn't work with them, you know. And then once I adjusted my day, because I do traveling nursing, you know, in case I've never even said that before, adjusted my day and my schedule for this client because it was monetarily beneficial for me to work a 12-hour shift with these people because I got to be there 12 hours, a guaranteed hours, and a guaranteed money, like, you know, long money. Plus, it wasn't that hard of a job. Basically, you have to just make sure she doesn't injure herself, which, you know, is a hard job within itself because she really is like a bull in a china shop, and they have really nice stuff. So you have to like kind of protect her atrophy, which is her walking and stability, and I use sign language with her, translate and stuff like that. So I hadn't worked with her in several months because her parents' schedule changed, right? So they no longer needed me on Wednesdays, which left Wednesdays open, which was, you know, a downer to my pocketbook, but a great thing in my life personally because then I could utilize Wednesdays for being my day off for like dental appointments, massage therapy, chiro, whatever the case may be. I can just, you know, kind of have that day. So I made it out of a positive, and I just said, forget it. I'm not going to even worry about it. I'll just make this into a positive situation and use it for appointment day and a self-care day on Wednesdays. So that's been working out for a couple months and stuff like that. Yeah, my pocketbook misses that money, but I've made it work. So now I quit that job that I adjusted my schedule for them for because that was a whole situation. And here I have started a new job. The new job is 5 days a week. I have to do it every single day. There's no, I get to have Wednesdays off. And Wednesdays happens to be the late day for my other job because my patient has a late day that day. So I wouldn't even be able to get to them later. So I offered them the hours and times that I would be available, 9 a.m., whatever the fuck a.m., 10 a.m., whatever I told them I'd be available. And she then counteracted and said, oh, well, I have an appointment at this time. I have this and this time. I'll make sure I can't guarantee that I need you at 9 a.m., but I need you a little bit later, around 11, 12 o'clock. And I was like, okay, that works out great because I had, again, my self-care appointments that I had made weeks ago, right, before she'd even offered me this day. So, and with me, you know, car living and sleeping in my car, I take my self-care days very seriously because, you know, you don't want your neck and back to get all crooked up. You know, it's serious business. Your body is just sore and tired, and you want to get your body looked at and taken care of often. So I had these appointments, went to the appointments. Now, I did goof and stay at my chiropractor longer because they rescheduled my 1 o'clock appointment, yada, yada, yada. I ended up staying at my massage therapy and chiros in the same building. So I stayed there a little bit longer so they could do my chiro today at the same time, which then pushed my whole day back 15 minutes late of everything, right? Regardless, I was still late for everything. And since I was going to be late 15 minutes, because then I had to go to the dentist. I had to go to the orthodontist, and it was a whole, like, full-on appointment. I had to get x-rays, this, that, and the next. And usually it's just, you know, wires. And I had called before, and I was like, do I need to reschedule? She was like, no, come on in. So I was just late for everything. So that pushed me to be then 30 minutes late for an appointment. But since I was already late, I was already going to be late. So I was scheduled to be there at 11:30. I got there at 12 o'clock, 30 minutes late. Now, if they were scheduling an appointment specifically because I was going to be there at that time, things happen all the time with traffic and nurses and life, right? Why would they schedule it so close together if they had a previous appointment? Why wouldn't they just schedule it out a little bit further, or let me know the importance of them having to be there at that appointment? Because it's just inconceivable to think that a person that I haven't even worked with for 4 or 5 months can assume that I know how important their schedule is to timing, especially when I sent them a message telling them when I was going to be on my way. So I had to talk about it so I can get it off my shoulders and put it onto your shoulders now, so that way it's off my mind. But I just think the audacity and the caucasity is real. It's just really real. Like, why would you think your time is more important than my time? I called you and let you know I was running late. You could have then chosen to tell me either no, don't come, or do come. I could have stayed at home. It was only a 4-hour shift that she was offering. She wasn't offering an 8-hour, 10-hour. It was literally a 4-hour shift, which I could have done with somebody else who's my consistent patient. So just be grateful. Just be thankful that you don't have to deal with working independently like I do. Because it's not all what it's cracked up to be, you know. Some of these people are freaking crazy. And they expect you to do stuff that's outside of your job description. Like, I had to remind someone that I was actually a nurse. I was like, you know I'm a nurse, right? Not a babysitter? Like, I don't know what you thought, but I'm, like, legit a nurse, not a babysitter. And she's like, oh, I know. So, just make sure you don't get taken advantage of. Stand up for yourself. Know your right. Know your worth. And get paid your worth. If someone offering you crumbs, treat them like crumbs. It's not fair. It's a two-way street, you know. I was running late. I can't do anything about it. Washington traffic has become like LA traffic. You literally can leave 2 hours before you need to get somewhere and still be late. And I don't know about y'all. When I'm running late, I don't drive crazy to get there. I refuse. That's just not. I dealt with that growing up, and so I refuse to do it now, being an adult. My stepfather used to, like, slam on his brakes and do all kind of rev his engine and do all kind of crazy stuff whenever he would drop us off somewhere, to make you feel like you had whiplash in the car because he just didn't want to drive you. And this is back when gas was 59 cents a gallon, so. And I think I was paying for gas most of the time. I always kept a little money. But yeah, don't let your kindness be taken for weakness. All money ain't good money. And I don't know if I'll be working with these people again. And that's fine by me, because it's not like I've been working with them. I literally haven't seen them since May. The father reintroduced himself to me as if I had never met him. And I met him like 4 times, to tell you how long I've been gone from these people's lives. And I was only called because I'm being used, because I know that they want to keep all the money internally in their family, which they're supposed to. It's their family. Family is supposed to take care of family, especially if you can get paid to do it. Do that shit. But don't just give me scraps. I have a living wage that I need to abide by too. I have a ways of living and means of living this whole way too. I mean, daggone it. I'm homeless. Jeez. So yeah, I wanted to tell them. He was like, well, you know, you being late really made a mess of her day. Her first day. Her first day of what? Like, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Made a mess of her first day. It must be nice, because when I was working here 12 hours every shift, every week, you canceling all of a sudden really messed up my life to where I'm still living in my car. Having that 12 hours was a huge difference in my freaking paycheck. That 14-hour day that I was doing with y'all, and that you all of a sudden just canceled, that really messed up my life too. But that's just semantics, right? Just semantics, right? You doing that really messed up my life. I'm sorry that my 30 minutes late put you in a pickle. Because, sweetie, that's all it did, was put you maybe in a pickle. And if it did, that's not my fault. Because guess what? You shouldn't have fucking scheduled your first day of anything to be so close to when you needed to be there. You should have been there an hour before your check-in day. Just saying. If it was your first day of anything, don't you think you went too late? But, you know, everyone else's life is always more important than yours, they say. But it's really not, and don't ever forget it. No one's time is more important than your time. I try, I do what I can for my patients all the time. And if me running late is going to cause, me running 15 minutes late is going to cause that much of a reaction, I spent 10 minutes just looking for parking and trying to figure out how to park. Just the caucasity. The sheer caucasity of it all. I shouldn't be surprised. But it is what it is. Shouldn't be surprised. These people haven't needed me and have brushed me aside for months. And then gonna throw me a scrap of 4 hours after 6 months. A scrap of 4 hours. And not only am I supposed to be grateful, but I'm supposed to shut down all the rest of my consistent clients. Phew. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Is it to you? But we got the day over with, so now we're onward to make some fish and some lobster tails for lunch and have a better rest of the evening. probably find a park or maybe go to the lake, cook my food, and just relax, because it has been a day. And we made it with flying colors. And I think our face is starting to look better, because it has been broken out for a while. So I'm trying to get consistent on my skincare. Love, peace, hair grease, wet bed sheets.